Bella.
Hi.
My name's Emily. I'm a social worker here at the clinic.
Cool.
Would you like to come with me in my office? Wherever you're comfortable. Do you need any water? Anything to drink?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah. It's pretty hot out there today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's summer, yeah.
Yeah. Really hot. So thank you for being here. It's our first appointment today, and at our normal intake appointment, we talk about what the clinic has to offer, the services that are available. We like to do an assessment and see what your needs are. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask if it'd be okay if we video record this session for students at UNLV to view for their course.
You're going to record all of it? Everything?
If it's okay with you. If it's not, then we can go on without the video.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that. What you share here is confidential. The video presentation will be shared with a class of UNLV students. And I just would like to get your written permission that you are okay with that. And I'd also like to review limits to confidentiality that I have. If today, Philip, today or any other time where we meet and you discuss any feelings of suicide or that there's any kind of imminent risk to your safety or the safety of anyone else, I would be obligated in those instances to break confidentiality. If you address any instances of abuse, physical, sexual abuse, then I would also need to break confidentiality in those instances. And if you report any kind of exploitation by a therapist, I would be obligated in those cases to also break confidentiality.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just to start, here at the clinic, we offer case management, psychiatric services, counseling, we have a day program, and I can talk to you in some more detail about all those services if there are services that you'd like to participate in. But first I'd like to do an assessment, ask you some questions so we can determine which services might fit your needs most.
Mm-hmm.
You're cool with that?
Yep.
Okay, great. So let's start with, tell me what brings you in here today.
My family doctor, he's telling me and my family that we have to come to see a counselor. I'm not sure why, he wants us to see him, and I guess you guys are going to talk to me first and then to my parents.
Okay. Okay. Good. I'm glad that we'll have a chance to talk with your parents. You said that they brought you here today.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I live with them, so we pretty much do everything together.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. How old are you, Philip?
41.
41. Okay. And who do you currently live with?
My parents.
Your parents?
Yep.
Okay. How long have you lived with them?
Forever.
Forever.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else that lives with you in your home? Any siblings?
Nope, just us.
Okay. How do you like living with them?
It's alright. It's getting stressful. They're having to care for me all the time, but I can't live by myself, so I have to stay with them. And my mom, she's getting sick. She's having to go to the doctors. My dad has to take care of all of us. It's just a lot of stuff going on, so it's a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's okay. I guess I have to stay with them because I can't live by myself. I've never done it before.
Sounds like there's some stress in the home,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not sure what to do
Yeah.
with that stress. Okay. You mentioned that you don't know what else to do as far as housing. Maybe we can talk about that a little more later on in the session about some different possible housing options that you'd like to explore.
By myself? Live by myself? Or are my parents gonna come in with me, or?
How would you feel about living with yourself?
I've never done it before. I don't know. My parents do almost everything for me, so I don't know if I could.
Your parents, they cook for you?
Yep.
showed you how to do those things that you might be able to learn to do them for yourself?
I guess, yeah. Probably just, I would want to learn just to help my parents out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you felt like you learned those things, do you think you would consider ever wanting to live outside of a home with your parents?
Maybe. I don't like being alone, so we'll see.
You don't like being alone. Can you explain that to me? Tell me what's difficult about being alone?
When I'm by myself, my thoughts go crazy. So, at least when I'm with other people, I don't feel like I'm having to deal with all these thoughts by myself. There's other people around, but I just don't like having everything in my head all the time.
So you enjoy spending time with other people?
With my parents. Yeah, if I'm around, if it's strangers, then I get uncomfortable. So no, not with strangers.
Do you have anybody that you would consider to be a close friend?
I don't really talk with other people, so I don't know. No.
So the people who you would describe as people that are around to support you are your mom and dad.
Yeah.
And at this time, there's not anyone aside from your mom and dad who you use for support.
Yeah. I do everything with them, so I don't have a chance to meet new people all the time.
Is there a religious or cultural belief that you practice?
We're white.
You're white. Okay. How about religion? Would you describe yourself as religious or spiritual?
My parents pray all the time. I do it just to go along with them, but it's not helping me. It's not doing anything for me. So, no, not really.
Okay.
Not for me.
And have you grown up with these beliefs or this culture that you described that your parents have?
Culture.
Religious culture, the beliefs that you described your parents have about praying, is this something that you've been raised with, that you've grown up with, or something that started more recently?
My dad was a pastor for 20 years, and then he stopped doing that to take care of me. So they've never really forced me to go to church, and especially when I started having problems, that's why he stopped working, was to take care of me. So.
Can you tell me about the problems that you started having?
I'm seeing a lot of stuff, and I guess sometimes it's scary. I'm having thoughts of doing things that probably shouldn't do. It's just my mind is just so crazy all the time. There's a lot of stuff.
When you say you have thoughts about doing things that you shouldn't do those thoughts ever involve hurting yourself or anyone else?
Not recently. No, not really. No. It's probably a while ago that happened. It's just like, I don't know, like with this video that you're recording, like who's gonna be watching this? Are you gonna submit this to someone, or?
There's going to be a group of students at UNLV who will be reviewing this video to...
Do they want to like get me or something, or bring me somewhere after this, or why do they want this video?
No, they won't hurt you. They won't know any identifying information for you as far as your name or your date of birth or anything like that. And they're going to use this video to critique me on interviewing skills and how they think that this meeting went, so that I, as a student, can improve improve my skills, excuse me.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with us continuing with the meeting and having it
Yeah.
recorded?
That's okay.
Okay. If you change your mind, let me know. Okay?
Okay.
Have you ever experienced anything traumatic?
No.
Mm, has anyone ever hurt or abused you physically, emotionally, or sexually?
No. Sexually, no.
Has anyone ever hurt you physically or emotionally?
Well, just like in elementary school, middle school, like I would get bullied a lot, but now I'm not with those people anymore, so it doesn't happen anymore.
Yes, that's difficult when you're a child and people bully you. Do you feel as an adult that anyone bullies you or mistreats you?
Nope. Like I said, I'm just with my parents, so not really.
That's good. Have you experienced any significant losses in your life, like the passing of a loved one?
I don't keep in touch with our family outside of my parents. I guess they just don't want to let people know how I'm doing, or they're kind of nervous. So I don't know about the rest of my family, what's going on with them, so not that I know.
Do you have many relatives outside of your parents?
I think I have 2 uncles and 3 aunts, but I haven't talked with them since like middle school.
Do they live in another city or do they live here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, we moved up here from the south, so
Is the reason you don't visit with them mostly related to distance, or are there other reasons that you don't have a relationship with those family members?
well, we moved when my dad quit his job as a pastor just so he could care for me, so they just decided to move to Vegas. So I don't know if they're trying to hide me from the rest of the family or what, but since then we don't talk to them.
And do you feel a loss and
Nope, I don't care.
You don't care. Okay. How many years of education do you have, though?
I dropped out midway through like 10th grade.
Did you earn a GED?
No.
Or high school diploma? Okay. Do you have any educational goals or dreams?
I don't care for school. I can't concentrate when I'm in class, so I'm not a school person.
Okay. Do you currently work?
Nope.
Do you participate in any activities to earn money?
I gamble sometimes on the internet because I get bored, but I don't really make a lot of money from that.
Okay. Do you have any goals or dreams in regards to working or earning money?
I don't know, I guess I just want a job where I can make some money just to be able to pay rent on a place or to buy food. But I don't know, so I guess McDonald's or just fast food work or something where I could just make some money just enough to live.
So you want to pay rent on other housing?
Yeah, if I eventually have to move out because my parents are old, they're probably going to die soon.
That's difficult.
They're old, so yeah. And it's a lot of stress for them to deal with me.
So you've been thinking about moving out on your own?
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to come to that point that I have to.
Is that something you'd like to receive some assistance with from our clinic?
Yeah.
Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, well, make sure we talk about the different housing support options we have at the end of this meeting. What do you do for fun or leisure?
articles sometimes on the internet. I listen to music. I like to listen to music in my room.
What kind of music do you like?
All kinds. It just depends how I'm feeling. I don't know. I don't really do a lot. I watch TV. I like to watch movies.
Is there a certain type of movie you like watching the most?
Like
Comedy?
horrors.
Like horror
Yeah,
movies?
horror movies, yeah.
Okay. And then you listen to music depending on your mood.
Yeah.
So what does that look like? But if you're feeling happy, what kind of music do you listen to?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Okay. And what about when you're not feeling happy?
Slipknot.
Slipknot?
Yep.
Is that when you're feeling sad or angry or both?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make you feel better when you listen to Slipknot? You're feeling that way?
Yeah, sometimes it'll make me angrier, but I don't know, sometimes it's just good to feel angry.
Okay. Feel a release.
Yeah.
And when you're listening to Britney Spears, does that make you feel better
Yep.
too?
Mhm.
Do you play any music? Do you-
No.
Tell me what an average day looks like for you. Can you describe what an average day looks like?
I wake up maybe around like 10 or 11, and then I just hang out in my room. Sometimes I'll eat breakfast. I'll just hang out in my room a lot. My parents will come in, they want to pray all the time, so we'll do prayers. My mom likes to read the Bible to me. My dad sometimes will sit us down in the living room and go through like old sermons that he had when he was a preacher. But not much, it's always the same thing every day.
Sounds like the sitting down with your parents isn't something that you particularly enjoy doing.
No, I just do it for them. They think it's helping me, but I don't see a difference.
Do you ever think about hobbies or activities, things that you'd like to do?
Well, I watch movies and I listen to music.
Any additional hobbies that you've ever thought about trying out?
No, I don't like going outside.
You prefer to be alone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any legal problems? No? Have you had any legal problems in the past?
I smoke weed every once in a while, but because it helps to calm my brain and makes it a little less crazy. So I do that every once in a while, but I got caught like once in high school, but other than that.
Okay. You haven't had any problems legally with using marijuana since you've been an adult?
No.
Okay.
You can't catch me.
Do your parents know that you smoke marijuana? Is that something that you do in the secrecy of your home, or?
They caught me a couple times, but I usually sneak around it.
So would you say that's caused any problems at home?
I guess, but I can't stop it. It's like the only thing that calms my brain down, so I need to do it.
Okay. How would you describe your medical health?
I think I'm okay. I haven't really been to the doctor. I don't know.
Do you know maybe how long it's been since you last saw the doctor?
Wow, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a long time.
Are you taking any medications? sexually active?
No.
No? Okay. Do you have a significant other?
Mm-mm.
Yes, okay. Let me ask you, you mentioned smoking marijuana. Do you use any other substances?
No, just that.
Okay. How about alcohol? Do you drink alcohol?
No. I don't like it. Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Okay. You mentioned gambling, and that you do that online as an activity when you're bored. Do you go to any of the casinos here in Las Vegas?
No, because how would I get there? I can't get there, and I'm not gonna have my parents are gonna bring me there. So it's just online, because they don't know about it, so.
Okay. Would you say gambling's ever caused a problem for you? And would you or anyone else say that it's been a problem?
I don't know, no one knows that I do it,
Okay.
so I don't think it's an issue.
Okay. And I'm just running a little short on time. I'm really enjoying our conversation, Phil, and I'm finding you very interesting. And so I have some more questions I want to make sure we ask. And I want to make sure we have enough time as well to talk about some of the goals that you have and how the clinic can help you meet those goals. But you mentioned earlier that you experienced some stress. Did you mention that you hear voices?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How long has that been occurring?
Since, like, high school, like, 17, when I was, like, 17.
Okay.
That's when it started getting really bad.
Do you take any medications?
No.
No. Have you taken any medications for this in the past?
A long time ago.
How long ago would you say?
Like 6 years ago. It was a really long time ago. My parents, though, like, they don't think it's good to be on that. They want to pray for me and make it go away that way. But it was like on the medications, I could never remember to take them, so I wasn't taking it on time, and then it just made me sleep all day. I couldn't do anything, so I don't like taking it.
You didn't feel like it was helpful?
No.
And it was difficult to manage?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that prayer is something that's also helping you?
My parents, it's helping them, but it's not doing anything to me.
What are some things that have worked in the past to help you manage your symptoms?
Smoking weed.
Smoking weed?
Yep.
And that's why you'd like to continue doing that?
Yep. I'm going to get my medical marijuana card, and then everything will be fine.
Okay. Who pays for your medical marijuana? Or for the marijuana that you use now?
I just get it from the money I make off gambling online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the only thing I really have to buy for myself. My parents buy everything else, so, and of course I can't ask them to buy that for me.
Okay. So, would being able to find a job, do you feel like that might be something affected by you smoking marijuana? Some employers, they drug test for.
They say if you drink cranberry juice, it's okay.
Okay.
So they wouldn't find it.
Okay. So you'd still like to pursue some employment goals and use marijuana to manage your marijuana? Okay. Would you
Maybe I can grow it.
Is that something you would want to do outside of your parents' home?
Yeah, I could do it as a job.
Oh, so you would grow marijuana to sell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I can use it at the same time. That would work.
There might be some legal implications for that. Would that be something you'd like me to help give you some information on so you can consider any possible risks that could come with that?
You can get me a job in it?
No, I don't think I can get you a job with that, but I can help give you some information for you to just read through and consider any possible risks that could be involved with growing marijuana in your home to sell for other people.
A book to read about it?
Maybe some information online.
Okay.
What if we explore that at our next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be open to meeting with one of our psychiatrists, possibly about some other options to help manage your symptoms.
Okay.
Has a psychiatrist ever given you a diagnosis or said that, given a name to what you're experiencing?
Yeah, I have schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia.
Mhm.
Okay. So just before we run out of time, I wanted to let you know that we also have some other programs here. Like I mentioned, case management. That's something I could do with you, where we talk through these different goals that you have, such as employment, finding other housing outside of your parents, looking at growing marijuana, using marijuana. And then another thing we have is day treatment. And we'll call it, it's day program, it's not really day treatment. But here at the day program, we have other young men and women who similarly have,
I can't be around other people.
okay,
No.
It's not
That's
something
gonna
you
make
would-
me way too nervous, and that just makes everything active. I can't. I've been by myself for all this time. I get so anxious when I have to meet new people.
Alright. Well, I thank you that you came to meet with me today, knowing that this might have not, this was probably difficult, it sounds, for you to do, to come out of your house and take the chance talking to a stranger. So I just want you to know I'm very grateful that you allowed me the opportunity to get to know you. So it sounds like we have some goals set. Is this, are these things that you'd like to talk about some more?
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to meet again next week?
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. I'd love that opportunity. All right. I'll come prepared with some information about housing and about growing marijuana and possibly some job leads, and we can talk about what you would like to do to prepare in that way. But then I also wanted to just ask again, what would you like to do as far as meeting with a psychiatrist? Is that something that you'd be willing to do today while you're at the clinic, or maybe next week when you're here and sitting down and talking about some medication options, or possibly just some other therapeutic options?
Maybe. Yeah, I just don't want to be on the same stuff that made me like sleep all the time because it wasn't helping.
We'll schedule just an appointment tentatively for next week then. How about Thursday at 3 p.m.?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Philip.
All right. Thanks.
I'll walk you out.